And you're going to show how to do things magical in pastels and also the acrylic.
Remember, pastels can be used with water. They're just like watercolours. They're held together with gum arabic. So all they are is like solid watercolour in a way, but they're not as transparent. So you can use water with pastels and gradually build them up. Bearing in mind that because of the gum arabic, when you first use pastels with water, those first coats are fixed. All of these paintings can be seen being done, all of these methods. I've got over 1,000 films on YouTube. My cards are here, you want to follow these on my YouTube channel. I'll have a look later. There is hate and a large over moth. That's what we've got on the lead on here. But the very following small ones too. These, I've got 4 of them to the rest of the body tonight because they're painting. I tend to use this orange going on back here. Maybe that's a bit too strong. You see how fast? I mean, this actually, because of the air conditioner, I suppose this is quite dry in here. So I'm going to have to keep it really. If I get hard edges, this is not going to work. When I want hard edges, yes. You know, with watercolour, you do your soft first, and then you tighten up afterwards. That's how you get the effect of distance, don't you? Yes, Pete. Right. So I just enjoy it. I mean, this is such a joyful way to work. Now I'm doing one for Driffield in a few weeks. I'm doing the same for them, but I'm doing 3 parrots going through a jungle. So it's going to be, what I'm going to do is actually mask off with special masking tape, masking sheet. So I can put the masking sheet on and cut around it and then peel off the excess so that I can paint the wet into wet background of the whole jungle in first. It's just fun to do, you know. I mean, it's so loose, and this is what I wanted. I mean, now remember, you can one colour does come into another in nature. We've got different lights in the sky. Every single colour has a colour hue. Every single yellow has a cool yellow and a warm yellow. There's some nice big blobs here of red. Now we're starting to see these different colour hues as well. We're starting to see the warmer reds and the cooler reds. Don't worry about everything coming out to go on the wall or what the neighbour might think or the Art Society might think. Or to move forward, you often have to take a step or 2 back and then move forward again. Get the picture. Well, I won't go over all of the colours that I've done because what's the point otherwise? I've lost a lot of them as it is because it's trickled down so much. I would normally have a bit more colour left behind here, just so you realise that. But the word had an S at the start, or an S sounding, soft, soothing cerulean seas. You know, the whole poem was built of that. And I did this underwater scene and then had the poem weaving wider and smaller right the way down through the fish and the outback. So we can link all of these things. We don't just have to paint, we can link word, we can link sound, we can link light, kinetic art, movement, and then bring down into these colours as well. Methods of my madness, but
Oh, that one, yes, that, near it, so that you can get an idea. Yes. Peter's got a good garden, I think.
Ah, but this is made up on the computer, this one is cheap. Well, had that wonderful demo and workshop at Bridlington, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And here we are with the result of the owl one. Difficult to see, I know, with the reflecting on the cellophane, but that's the best way to keep them. With a mount as well. And I want to cut a mount for this one today after I finished it. Now I need to go back on and just tighten it up. Another half an hour or so more, I suspect. Well, I think that's that one completed. Let's see how it looks on the film. Drawing done, and then we'll come back, hopefully I'll know the rate will be here, then we can come across to this table, and I just want to show methods and techniques again, different brushes and the way we're going to work today. Yesterday it was loose to tight. Today we're actually starting, and I did say when I'm working even loosely I like to have a fairly tight drawing. As you've seen here, I've got a fairly tight drawing, no background required. But we're going to start, for obvious reasons, with the centre one, so we don't smudge it with a hand all over the place each time. So we'll start with the owl. Now, but to do the scaling, I want you to mark the photograph into quarters. So you go all the way around the photograph, going halfway, 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 quarter, 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 quarter. And you're going to mark those same marks. Again, halfway there, comes across to here, that's where the edge of the face comes here, and make a little X there. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm doing every single point to the end of the wing here. Where will it come? Right, it's halfway.
Yes.
Between, let's just make sure the height of this house face, it was there, about half there. And then that wing comes out. Where does it come? Here, that's this cross. Where does this one come?
It's that way. Here it's in the middle. Yeah. There it's in the middle. And there it's in the middle of these two. Yeah. Okay. Right, talking about rake brushes, rake brushes. Let's just take this rake brush.
What it looked like if you put the pastel on first, then the water.
Oh yes, that's right. So no, rake brush look.
Ooh, must have.
Absolutely. For watercolourists, yeah, really, even for textural work. But let's think of these owls. Let's think of these owls' feathers, for instance. I mean, isn't it just like a bundle of colours when you first come in? But then when I come to paint it, start with the light colours, and you can start to blend and make trees and make textures, and it just all suddenly turns into a painting, and that will dry absolutely. And then we can go over it. Now, this is what I wanted to get to. If we then wanted to do the darker side, and this is where the brush techniques come in, which is rather fun. And we can put the lights on after this, remember. Now there's nothing to stop us from taking a rake brush, and we can start to bring the feathery edges of the owl's feathers in. So you can use the paint techniques with your pastel, or a small brush or whatever. You can actually pick up paint, and you can paint with paint from, just make a mess like that. You can actually start painting into your feathers. But that's going very detailed, and this is early on. This is grey 32. Which depends where you are. If you've used the pink, you're now on to Y6, which I'm just about to do, which is a cream.
Nearly.
Just about, yeah. I haven't done it yet, but I wanted to see if it'll work for you. I think these bars could be done with a little square brush, so in a minute I want to find a little square brush. Now that's just the purple, but I want to use the blue in there yet. Right, carefully around the outside, just indicate around the outside of the face. Just, again, you can use your brush if you want. You can pick up the paint and you can go around there with your brush and just put it in with the brush if you want to do that. Let's see if it'll work. It might need a bigger one yet, we'll see, but if I can get this to work with a flat brush, because it's so hard to get in there, isn't it, with a pastel to get these square little bits. Can I use, can I use this brush to make these angles? Yes, I can. Look at that. Now, isn't that going to be handy? Again, you can see the reasons why I explore and why I experiment in... right, so colours then, I've got BG8, which is a nice turquoise. I've got a very dark, almost black, which is CB2. I've got the very deep blue we used earlier, which is dark 18. And then I've got that beautiful ultramarine, which is the BV12. And I need a mauve in it too, so I've got a nice BV5 mauve. At the moment, I'm just laying the pastel directly onto the paper, no water. Just using the tip and the edge of the pastel. This is where I prefer to really have the papers off, but I just want to make sure that you understand the right colours here. And I'm going to mix on the it's fun. Tip of the brush just flicking in these branches up here, coming around the owl. You just learn control.
Is that a purpley you've got there?
This is the turquoise again. The very first one I put on. Just to start feeling in between these branches down here, letting light come through a bit. Get the feeling of the. Do we get the idea? Yeah. Fun, yeah. So you should be quick now. I may add some green to this yet into the base. I might put some very dark green in, but I'll let you know what I do. So I've just gone around the ends of the feathers, just tidying up. So if you think it's changed, that's why, because I put a little bit of light blue in now.
I'm just going.
Put that down. That's the way. Yeah, lovely. It's really good, isn't it? It's working. Pleased with that now. That's lovely as well. Well done. And you're getting the feeling of using this ghostiness and dragging up these colours, so you lose that bit of white. And yeah, that's all right. You all right, Anne, with that? It's come, hasn't it? Suddenly, see, they come on, don't they?
Yeah.
Got it, right. Well done, everybody. There we are. Thank you.